On your leisure time, do you enjoy watching movies? That is something I enjoy doing when I have the time to do it. But did you know that that is one of the best ways to improve your English? That's what I want to talk about today on today's episode. Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and I am so glad to have the opportunity to help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your English fluency. So, last night, as I was relaxing from a long day, I decided to find a movie to watch. And sometimes I get in a mood where I like to watch old films. Okay, I like to watch movies from the 70s. Whether it's a cowboy picture or some type of action picture or flick, I get in those moods. And so I got on my Roku device and I found a movie called Thief. And it starred James Caan. I believe that's his name. James Caan or Richard Caan. Anyway, you would know him if you watch movies. He was in a movie called Elf that they show every Christmas with Will Ferrell. He was the father. And so this was a great movie. It had decent reviews online. And so it was about a burglar. He was as we would say, a cat burglar. He was a thief, and he would break into banks, businesses, and steal whatever valuables they had, usually diamonds and money. And he began to work with this guy, and he decided not to pay him. And you know what came next? He went after him and totally slaughtered him. And so it was a good little action movie. But one thing you can do is practice your English watching movies, okay? If you like to read books and then they make a movie of that particular book, you can practice your English by comparing the text in the book with the movie, okay? So that's real simple to do. That would take some time, but it is doable. But a lot of people that like to read, myself included, you simply compare the English text to the movie and the things that they're saying in the film. Actually, I have a few books that are based on movies. One in particular, do you remember this movie with Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness? So I bought the book and I have not read it yet, but I'm going to compare it to the movie. And that's one way or one method you can use to improve your English. Okay. Another reason you can use movies to help to improve your English is because it can help you with natural conversations. Somewhat like this lesson now. You should be able to one day follow me and understand me, even though I'm not speaking slowly. And movies give you the opportunity to listen to conversations and follow them. Okay, you can learn personalities. You can learn when someone is upset, when someone is happy, when someone is murderous, when someone is in love. You can learn different slang terms, idioms, just various different speech patterns you can find in movies. And one thing that I like about movies, and I still do it even though I speak English, is I turn the captions on, just like you can do on YouTube. You turn the closed caption on, and you will have the words on the screen as the actors and actresses converse in the film. Okay, so that is another way that you can improve your English just by watching movies. And what I like about it is you can rewind the movie. Okay, you can watch a scene over and over and over again until you get better understanding of what's going on in that particular scene. Okay, I remember when I was younger, before we had DVRs, digital video recorders, we had VHS. And you would rewind the tape. And if you watch the movie too many times, you could actually damage the tape. Technology has come such a long way from the 80s and 90s, and it's amazing. Who would have ever thought that you could watch a movie on such a small device like a phone? You could screenshot it, you can share it, you can save it for later, and you didn't need a device such as a video recorder or a television to watch it. Matter of fact, everyone streams, or pretty much everyone I know streams. Not too many people have cable. My son just called me, my eldest son, and he was having problems with his cell phone. And I said, call me from your house phone. And he laughed. He said, you know I don't have a house phone. And very few people left in society have a house phone. Everyone has a cell phone. And it's the same way when it comes to movies. Very few people have cassette tapes or DVDs anymore. Everything is done by streaming. Now, another way that you can use movies to improve your English is something that I do. Is I actually I actually learn new vocabulary words from different movies that I watch. I'll pause it and then I'll Google the word just to see what that word means. Oh man, who said you couldn't learn from entertainment? So yeah, you could do that all day and all night long. When people are defending someone or rescuing someone or escaping from someone, you can simply pause the movie and go and look up the word on Google and get a definition and add that word to your English vocabulary list. So I love using movies like that to learn new vocabulary. It's just a great way to improve your communication skills. Okay. Now, when it comes to movies, I know if you're like me, like I said earlier, you have a set type of movie that you like, whether it's a Western, a comedy, a drama, a romance, action. One thing you can do is that you can learn different terms based upon the type of movie that you're watching. Okay, so you can pick a genre. That's what we call it: comedy, action, Western, romance, drama, and you can learn different phrases. I remember Clint Eastwood used to have a phrase that he would say all the time: "Make my day, punk." And so people would say, "Make my day, punk," whenever they were frustrated with someone. Or Arnold Schwarzenegger, he would say, "I'll be back." I'll be back. So everyone says, "I'll be back." Okay. Coming to America, another movie that I like. They had a scene where one of the men would sing, "She's your queen to be." So people would sing that phrase when there was love in the air between a man and a woman. So, yeah, you can use movies to learn catchy phrases and catchy slang terms, as well as things like that when you're trying to enjoy your leisure time. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me know, what type movies do you like? Again, I like comedies, action, I like Western. Now, I don't like sequels that much because most of the time sequels aren't as good as the original. So a sequel is when the studios decide to do a part two to a very successful part one. Like Coming to America Part Two it was not good. 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy. They did a second one, another 48 Hours. It was not good. How many Jurassic Parks are they going to do? Okay. How many Fast and Furious are they going to do? How many Friday the 13th are they going to do? Jason should be dead. The Halloween movies, Michael Myers. How many are they going to do? The Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger. They're never as good as the original. Okay. My son, when I was talking to him, he told me, he said, Dad, I've been watching a lot of scary movies lately. I've never been a scary movie type of a guy, but I know some people really enjoy them. I'm just not that type of a person. I just can't get into them. They are not, as we would say, my fancy. Okay. I don't want to make myself afraid on purpose. You know what I mean? I just can't get into them like that. Okay. So that's something I choose not to participate in. And a lot of these movies, man, they're really demonic. Oh my goodness. I can't watch them. I can't watch them. But let me know anyway, what type movies do you prefer? Movies also give you the opportunity to quiz yourself. If you and a friend watch the same movie, you can communicate about what you learned to help strengthen your comprehension. That's something that we often do with other people. We talk about the film that we saw, what we liked, what we don't like, what was funny, what was lame. So yeah, when you and a family member or a friend watch the same film, then you can discuss it in English, okay? But for the most part, you can just learn different conversations when you watch movies, as well as the vocabulary words. So I want to encourage you, of course, to read. Enjoy reading, but every now and again, when you're trying to strengthen your English, check out a movie, turn the closed caption on, and see if you can follow from beginning to end, learn new vocabulary words, phrases, and such. And I know it will help you to be more stronger and confident when it comes to speaking English. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys take heed to some of my advice. And if you enjoyed today's quick lesson, be sure to share it with a friend. And as always, I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.